That's the kind of situation that we are in, and it's not good. In fact, it's a weather impact alert day, and this is one of the reasons why. We're going to hear more from Lindsay in just a bit. You're looking live, 465, near 47 actually in Thorntown. The southbound lanes of Interstate 65 completely shut down, and that could be for a while because of this accident that involves a truck and really four total vehicles out there. Now, there is some light snow blowing in places like Carmel and in Indianapolis today. In fact, this is a look at live Doppler 13 radar. Here's where the heavier snow is falling. Greenfield over to Knightstown, Rushville over to Franklin, Trafalgar, and Nineveh. Hope is getting some heavier snow, as is Columbus. In fact, that's right over downtown Columbus, and that stretches towards the IU campus in Bloomington. So this is still going to stick around for a while. It is still snowing, and it is still basically a mess out there. And again, we're going to check in with Lindsay momentarily on the latest in traffic, but the snow continues to fall. And I think the big problem today is going to be blowing and drifting. The winds will come in 30-mile-per-hour plus winds, which means on east-west roads, we can see some of these roads completely shut down. In fact, especially in areas that have had 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of snow today. So certainly allow extra travel time and make sure that you have emergency supplies in your vehicle. My boys for Christmas got me some things like that to put in my car, and I'm very thankful on a day like this. Okay, let's break it down. The winter storm warning for most of our viewing area continues until 7 o'clock tonight. What does that mean? That means that if you don't have to be outside, and I know a lot of you do, but if you don't have to, stay inside until the crews get a chance to keep up with this. And that will be very difficult on some of the side and county streets, again, because of this east-west situation where these 30-mile-per-hour gusts are blowing. Right now, 21 in Indy, Greencastle, Muncie, Bloomington, you're at 23. The gusts now at the airport, 34 miles per hour. That is a strong, bitter wind. You factor in that it's blowing over snow. So, folks, it feels like 4 degrees on a very cold Monday morning here in central Indiana. And I know so many districts are supposed to go back. But again, it's scrawling there at the bottom of the screen. You can see the Indiana School for the Deaf among the newest schools that have been reporting. But we're going to see just a lot of closures, and some schools that are delayed may actually close. So we're keeping an eye on that for you too. In the 20s this morning with that snow falling until the middle of the morning, we'll shut the snow machine off with the high of 27 degrees. And then this is going to be replaced by some very cold departures over normal. In fact, we're talking about way below normal. In a couple of days, maybe 3 days, our low will be 0 with sub-zero wind chills because of this cold air that's coming down really from the Arctic Circle in Canada. So here we go. This is a look at our future track as we go through Wednesday. All of this is starting to blow out, but we will keep the cold air in. And believe me, you're really going to feel that chilly air today. Snow, windy, blowing and drifting, 27 for a high. Tonight, we're down to 10 degrees with a high of 26 tomorrow. And then the coldest air of the season, Thursday, how about that? 0 for a low, 16 for a high. Hang in there. We will be very close to the freezing mark, Jalea. By Sunday with a high of 30, we'll have more weather. Then Lindsay will be along with traffic in just a few minutes.
Here you go, miss. Now what?
Have you heard of carparts.com? Check.
Is this a glacier? No, it's a house.
completely zero visibility.
Hey guys, I'm Jonathan Petramalo with WX Chasing. I'm really excited to introduce you to the sponsor of this video. This is the Anker Solix F3800 power station. Now it is powering everything, including this light that you see here. All of my cameras, my laptop, drone charger, drone batteries, even this massive computer. That's 3,800 watt hours of power. This can also power your fridge for an entire day.
In fact, it can power any of your home's appliances during power outages.
And when the first ice storm hits, knocking out power, making those roads impassable, this is exactly what you need to keep your family safe and warm. From heavy snow to high winds, winter storms can leave entire regions in the dark. That's why I'm thrilled to highlight the Anker Solix F3800, a safe, dependable power source that is not going to leave you in the cold. And did I mention it's also portable? If you're ready to take control of your power this winter, we're going to have a link to this product in the description, also a pinned comment, and thank you for supporting our sponsors who support us.
Okay.
Who's coming in the driveway?
I did not see that vehicle until it was like 50 feet in front of me.
Sorry, Corey, not 10-4.
Do it again.
Look at that. Look at that.
Finally, Homemade Manjaro makes your pants drop in just 1 week. I've developed a 3
Yes, that's terrible. Kansas City, but it's supposed to affect 25 different states. You said you got snow, right? Oh wow! I'm so good. That is crazy. There's some places that it's very nice. Snow that covered it. So really be careful because it's that black ice and it's ice under the snow. If it was just snow, it wouldn't be so bad. They need to stay in the way so that people can clean the weather. See, it's trying to get snow off the roads. That truck right there. That's what the neighbors do with the trucks. The buses over so people can get their trucks.
auto insurance all seems the same until it's time to use it. With USAA, it's easy to file claims, schedule repairs, and access roadside assistance.
To Flight Aware, more than 400 flights have been canceled at Reagan National Airport, over 150 flights at Dulles, more than 200 flights canceled at BWI. Also, Amtrak has canceled dozens of trains along its Northeast corridor. The company will waive additional charges for travelers looking to change their reservations during this modified schedule, as they call it.
That's a polite word for it.
Yeah.
It's not a full-out cancellation, it's a modified.
That's a modified, right, that's right, yeah.
750 flights at our 3 airports combined already canceled. This is the tip of the snow-covered iceberg for the day in front of us.
Yeah.
Because we're not alone dealing with it, but if you can't get the plane in, then a lot of times you don't have one to take it out. So
Right.
a high-impact weather event for us, easily our biggest snowfall in about 3 years. What should you expect here? Not just for today, but for the week ahead. This is going to be a significant problem. The steady snow is with us through about lunchtime. There'll be a little bit more after that. So the real issue is going to be the refreeze. The snow will largely be over before this time tomorrow morning. Most everybody, I think, gets at the very least 6 inches of snow, but there will be many spots in the 10 to maybe 12-inch range of snow. Meanwhile, I've been watching this radar loop over the last couple of hours. Our coworker Luann in Spotsylvania had sleet hitting the windows at her house, and all that purple there is the chance for sleet or worse, a little freezing rain. We've had reports of a growing number of power outages in Albemarle County, that's Charlottesville area. So if you're traveling south today, first of all, I don't recommend doing it, but the further south you get from Fredericksburg, the more likely you are to run into a significant problem of sleet or freezing rain. We are far enough above the sleet line where this will be an all snow event for us. There's our forecast model continuing on for the next couple of hours. I do mention a little bit of a break. For more details on that, my colleague Amelia Draper joins us here on News 4 Today. Amelia, a good Monday morning to you.
Good Monday morning. And Chuck, as you were saying, this is kind of wave 1 of 2. So the most snow is going to accumulate this morning. We get this afternoon lull, then we'll have another round from about 5 to 11 o'clock. So you go, you clean the driveway, and then you're going to have to do it again later today with an additional 1 to 3 inches falling between about 5 and 11 p.m. So talking about the road conditions, we are looking at snow-covered roads today and tonight. For Tuesday morning, most main roads are going to be just fine out there, but those secondary roads, the neighborhood roads, still having big issues. And by Tuesday evening, we're talking about blowing snow that is going to potentially lead to snow drifts out there. So talking about the impacts for shoveling, definitely need multiple passes with the shovel out there. Ryan Miller outside saying with the warming temperatures, much better snowball making conditions and sledding. I mean, what a perfect day to have the kids, Chuck, go out and enjoy the snow with some sledding. I brought 2 sleds for my son, a saucer and one for him and I, or him and my husband, and I am so excited to see him enjoy the snow.
Actually, well, and he's 3, so of course he's
Yes.
going to love it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, that is awesome. Thanks, Amelia. Yeah, you mentioned going forward here. Now, this is on top of what you already have outside. So say, oh, only 3.5. That's on top of the 3.5 you may already have. So another 2, 3, 4, some places as much as an additional 5 inches on top of what is already generally a 2 to 4 inch snow total that's on the ground. That's why I'm going to keep us in that 6 to 10 inch range for most of your expectations. It's snowing now, 28 degrees at National Airport. Colder, low 20s up to the north and much closer to the freezing mark down south of us. So 10-day forecast, all the snow is going to be a today issue, but the cold and the refreeze is going to be with us all week long. Overnight lows in the teens, daytime highs only near 30. Keeping an eye on another chance anyway for snow on Saturday, but that is far from guaranteed at this point. Melissa?
All right, thank you, Chuck. Starting with a live picture right now, we are talking about 395 here this morning and still have that issue with things off of the roadway there. So, oh, sorry, this is 95 Thornburg. Sorry, I'm getting our cameras confused because everything's kind of a mess right now. So this is 95 in Thornburg. We have that vehicle off of the roadway. So again, we've had a lot of these instances this morning. Springfield southbound 395 before the Beltway. This is one we've been showing earlier. Right lane getting by the accident. That's the jackknife tractor trailer this morning. As we move a little bit to the north here, Arlington GW Parkway between 495 and Spout Run, road closed for the weather.
And Bethesda, northbound 270 near Old Georgetown, right side blocked by the crash there. We'll be right back.
1-800-GOT-JUNK. We make junk disappear.
When you want to make junk disappear, leave it where it is. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is full-service junk removal. I've got a partner who lives down the street from you, and we're anxious to come to your rescue. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Where can you kick off the new year with gig speed and big savings? Only with Xfinity. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon. Plus, hurry and get a free 5G phone. So save big and stay connected with gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about savings on gig speeds. Visit Xfinity.com/gig savings today.
Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain. Back in the picture. The Good Feet.
I'm back to the best version of myself.
It started with a simple mission, uniting skilled tradesmen to service our customers' needs at an affordable price, giving respect to everyone.
We're here in Kansas City. You can see we have snow. We're currently at 6 inches, and it's expected to be, at least until tomorrow, 1 feet of snow.
My name's Connor Mooney. I'm out here clearing some commercial properties. We are dealing with some crazy weather.
It's only 11:55 as of right now, so we still have a long way to go. Today, the whole day is going to be snowing a lot. It's really beautiful here, really quiet. Just hear the silence.
This is Kansas City, Missouri. I walk in the street, and this kind of snow appears every 15 years around. We had like 15 years ago, like 16 inches up, and now maybe around 10 is coming.
So we're just moving snow, clearing off all the sidewalks so that pedestrians can get to and from, hopefully making it even well enough for people with assisted mobility scooters and things and such, because there's a lot of pedestrian traffic in this city, and a lot of people depend on just walking to get groceries and supplies.
Yeah, I see a lot of people walking today.
A lot of people walk in this city, and they even just walk into the bus stop. So anything that we can do to make it more accessible, and I'm a local here of 30 years, and I don't remember ever seeing this much snow. I don't know when the last time we got this amount of snow was, and hopefully we don't get it again.
This is only
Hopefully we don't get it again.
how calm right now it is.
Oh.
You got some good heels.
Oh my gosh.
The Midwest region of the United States is facing the harshest side of winter. A massive winter storm gripping Kansas has brought freezing rain, heavy snow, and strong winds, effectively bringing life to a standstill. Across the region, travel on highways and at airports has become nearly impossible, with officials urging residents to stay home and wait out the storm safely. Freezing rain over the weekend turned interstates across Kansas into sheets of ice. Major roads like Interstate 35 and Interstate 70 have been completely blocked due to numerous accidents and vehicle skids. Kansas Highway Patrol's Ben Gardner reported significant crashes in areas including Salina, Saline, Dickinson, Lincoln, and Russell. Having witnessed multiple pileups, Gardner issued a plea to residents, saying, "Please, please, please stay home."
Conditions on 49, very slick.
One of the greatest dangers for residents is the icy road conditions, with road surfaces becoming entirely slick. Gardner shared a video of himself trying to walk on the ice-covered highway, showing how his boots slid uncontrollably. Authorities are warning that the icy roads not only increase the risk of accidents, but also the danger of getting stranded. The storm's impact isn't limited to freezing rain. Heavy snowfall in northern parts of Kansas and Missouri, combined with strong winds, has created blizzard conditions. The snow, reducing visibility to near zero, has made it nearly impossible for drivers to navigate the roads. The National Weather Service stated that some areas in Kansas and Missouri could see up to 14 inches of snow accumulation, making travel very difficult if not impossible. Kansas City International Airport temporarily suspended all flight operations due to icing. With runways closed, many flights were delayed, and even the charter plane carrying the Kansas City Chiefs faced challenges landing. This disruption at the airport has not only inconvenienced travelers, but has also negatively impacted the regional economy. Meanwhile, road traffic in cities like Wichita has come to a near halt. Authorities have responded to numerous traffic accidents since the early morning hours and are urging drivers only to travel in case of emergencies.
It is 5:45 in the morning.
The snowstorm and icy conditions across Kansas are affecting more than just transportation. Many businesses in the Kansas City area were forced to close their doors. In Missouri's Independence area, school officials announced that classes might be suspended for several days. Numerous families in the region are stuck at home due to school closures and impassable roads.
Everything is getting covered in a layer of ice.
Stay updated on natural disasters by subscribing to our channel and leaving a comment below. We hope you stay safe and avoid driving unless absolutely necessary. Intense snowfall and snowstorms sweeping through large parts of Ontario are creating challenging winter conditions and significantly impacting daily life. Environment Canada has announced that lake-effect snow from Lake Huron and Georgian Bay could result in snow accumulations of up to 24 inches in some areas, with other regions seeing amounts ranging from 6 to 16 inches. Meteorologists attribute the snowstorms to the interaction between Arctic air masses and the relatively warm waters of Lake Huron and Georgian Bay. As cold air passes over the lakes, it picks up moisture, which then falls as snow, often triggering localized storms. Environment Canada predicts that communities around Bracebridge, Gravenhurst, and nearby areas will bear the brunt of the heavy snowfall this weekend. Residents in regions affected by lake-effect snowstorms are advised to avoid travel unless absolutely necessary. Travel advisories have been issued for western areas like Burlington, Waterloo, and Kitchener, where snow removal operations on highways are ongoing. Drivers are urged to be prepared and factor weather conditions into their travel plans, as heavy snowfall continues to make transportation difficult. Meteorologists recall a similar storm late last November and early December that dumped 55 inches of snow in Gravenhurst, leading to a state of emergency in the region. During that event, crews worked for weeks to clear snow-covered roads and restore electricity to affected areas. In light of such incidents, authorities have emphasized the importance of improved planning for future snowstorms. Scientists warn that lake-effect snowstorms could become more frequent and intense in the future. Rising temperatures over the Great Lakes could amplify these events. According to climate scientist Richard Root from the University of Michigan, warmer lake temperatures increase the moisture uptake of Arctic air masses, resulting in heavier snowfall. Additionally, reduced ice cover may allow snowstorms to persist for longer periods during the winter season. Snowstorms affect not only transportation but also energy infrastructure. In previous events like the one in Gravenhurst, fallen trees brought down power lines, leaving many homes without electricity for days. To prevent a recurrence of such issues, municipalities and energy companies are working to strengthen infrastructure. Stay updated on natural disasters by subscribing to our channel and leaving your thoughts in the comments. Stay safe, and we extend our best wishes to all those affected by this severe weather. Intense snowfall and snowstorms sweeping through large parts of Ontario are creating.
This is a liver killer. This is a liver killer. And this is a liver killer. Here.
Hey, welcome back to Weather on the Go. We have some updates to pass along to you here this evening on this major winter storm that is traversing across the central and eastern U.S. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, like the video down below, and share this video with friends, family, and on social media. I definitely appreciate it. Let's get you to the latest weather alerts across the country. We have blizzard warning upgrades in the orange here in Kansas, southeast Nebraska, and northwest Missouri. This does include the Kansas City area and Topeka, all the way back into Wichita here, as we expect some very gusty winds and some very heavy snowfall to create near whiteout conditions. In the pinks from Kansas eastward all the way to Maryland, we have winter storm warnings where we expect significant snow and or ice accumulations. In the violet color across southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, and west Kentucky, that is ice storm warnings where significant crippling ice is expected. And in the lighter purples, those are winter weather advisories where travel is a little bit more slick in those areas with some snowfall and ice accumulations. Let's look at the timing of the storm as we go through tonight. Freezing rain here in the purple, really piling up there into Kansas and Missouri as we expect that ice storm to be in full fledged as we go into tonight. Snowfall further to the north, that's going to really fill in and become heavier here, especially into Kansas as we go into the day on Sunday. Very gusty winds here in Kansas will make this actually turn into a blizzard in parts of central and eastern Kansas with wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. And this is going to create ground blizzard conditions here as we could be seeing literally near whiteout conditions. And that could extend all the way up toward the Kansas City area in Missouri as well. And look at the visibilities dropping under a quarter mile here. This is with the heavy snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour, along with those 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts here, really whipping around that snow in southeast Nebraska, but more so into northern, eastern Kansas and northwest Missouri. That's why those blizzard warnings have been issued. Let's look at Sunday night. That snowstorm continues for places like Indianapolis, Columbus, down into Dayton, Ohio, moving further east into Pittsburgh, into Parkersburg there, and into Baltimore and Washington, D.C. Seeing some pretty heavy snow as we go into Sunday night. Ice storm continuing for southern Illinois, southern Indiana, and Kentucky. Some areas here in that ice storm warning in southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, and west Kentucky could literally be seeing freezing rain and sleet for a 24-hour straight period, and that's why we have those ice storm warnings in place. Severe weather breaking out on the southern side we'll talk more about in a minute, and then there comes that snowfall on the backside, and that could be on top of a lot of that significant crippling ice as well, making it even more hazardous for your Monday morning commute. Let's look here at our snowfall totals across the central part of the U.S. Kansas City back here towards Topeka could be seeing 12 to 18 inches worth of snow. Northern Missouri here from St. Joseph over there toward the northern part of the St. Louis metro, expecting around 12 to 18 inches of snowfall as well. Moving over here, looking at the ice accumulations, we are looking at potentially 1/10 of an inch upwards to 1/4 of an inch of ice for parts of eastern and southeastern Kansas, getting into west central Missouri there. Looking at snowfall amounts across the Ohio Valley and the Mid-Atlantic, looking at widespread 6 to 12-inch snows basically here from areas of central Illinois all the way through southern Indiana, southern Ohio, northern parts of Kentucky, through much of central and northern West Virginia, northern Virginia, southwestern Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Delaware. Even southern Jersey could see several inches of snow with the system as well. Looking at significant crippling ice here across Kentucky, southern Illinois, far southern Indiana, southeastern Missouri. Those are the areas that have those ice storm warnings. Upwards of 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of ice is still on the table here as we go through your Monday timeframe, and even seeing up to 1/4 of an inch of ice over here in West Virginia and Virginia as well. So overall, travel is going to be very dangerous, very hazardous, and impossible in some areas across these areas of the Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic and also back into the plains, where we could be seeing major travel disruptions and even some extreme travel disruptions at times in those metro city areas. Looking here at the severe weather outbreak across the deep south going into Sunday, this is tomorrow. Storm Prediction Center upgrade to an enhanced risk across Jackson, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana there, and into southeastern Arkansas.
Yeah, we don't want to see that no more. I definitely don't want to see this.
And that's an area where we expect wind gusts in upwards of 60 to 70 miles per hour, especially in this yellow and red shaded color. Tornadoes could be breaking out as well, an upgrade to a 10% chance of tornadoes within a 25-mile point across west central Mississippi, including the Jackson area, and Greenville down to Natchez, Monroe, Louisiana, and into southeastern Arkansas. The tornado threat extending all the way up into Little Rock and Memphis as well, and as far south as Houston, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Mobile definitely in play for a tornado as we go into Sunday. Looking at the hail, not much of a hail risk here, a very small 5% chance of some quarter-size hail or larger. Not a lot of